economic moat is a long-term competitive advantage that allows a company to earn oversized profits over time. The term is inspired by the moat that surrounded medieval castles to protect the valuable within from invaders. A company with a strong moat possesses a competitive advantage that is both strong and sustainable. It was coined by Warren Buffett, who realized that companies that reward investors over the long term have a durable competitive advantage. Assessing that advantage involves understanding what kind of defense or competitive barrier the company has been able to build for itself in the industry. A competitive advantage is essentially any factor that allows a company to provide a good or service that is similar to those offered by its competitors and, at the same time, outperform those competitors in profit. A good example of a competitive advantage would be a low-cost advantage, such as cheap access to raw material. Successful investors have been adept at finding companies with solid economic moats but relatively low share prices. Moats are important from an investment perspective because anytime a company develops a useful product or service, it is not long before other firms try to capitalize on that opportunity by producing a similar if not better product. Basic economic theory says that in a perfectly competitive market, rivals will eventually eat up any excess profits earned by a successful business. In other words, competition makes it difficult for most firms to generate strong growth and profits over an extended period since any advantage is always at a risk of imitation. There are several ways in which a company creates an economic moat that allows it to have a significant advantage over its competitors. We will explore some different ways in which moats are created. A company achieves production advantages when it can provide a service at a lower cost than that of its competitors. Features of companies with production advantages include complexity. Processes that are unique and difficult to imitate are good moats as they tend to be durable. For example, the formula of the coca-cola syrup that creates the signature taste of the Coca-Cola soft drink is difficult to copy. The complexity of the product ensures that other soft drink brands will not be able to replicate the product and take away customers. Protection. A company's products can be protected through patents, copyrights, trademarks, or operating rights. Patents help a company protect a product that they spend R&D funds on, so that they can keep advantages achieved through innovation. Copyright and trademarks offer the same advantages to companies. For example, Mickey Mouse, which is copyrighted and trademarked by Disney, has been bringing in profit through merchandising of shirts, hats, and jewelry for many years. A company achieves consumer advantages when it is able to provide a greater benefit to consumers than its competitors do. Features of companies with consumer advantages include habit and horizontal differentiation. When customers prefer a product to other competing products, there is horizontal differentiation. An example is cigarette brands. Most cigarette smokers have a habit of purchasing the same brand. A company that can create loyal customers is able to maintain profits for long term and therefore has a moat. Switching costs. Switching costs are the costs that a customer has to bear if they want to switch to another product or service. As the switching costs increases, the customer becomes more locked in with the company. Switching costs can also enter the form of loyalty points or the inconvenience of switching. For example, while there are no fees associated with the process of switching banks, it is simply inconvenient for a person to set up new accounts and portfolios. The inconvenience associated with the process ties a customer to their original bank. Network effect. The network effect occurs when the value for the company and existing customers increases as more people use a service or product. It creates a moat since the company becomes more valuable and competitive over time. Examples of companies with networking effects include Visa, MasterCard, Microsoft, and Facebook. The Facebook app by itself does not have much value. However, as more people join Facebook, members enjoy the benefit of being able to connect with more people. As the Facebook network grows larger, there is more incentive for people to join the site. Brand value is the idea that a company is able to generate more revenue or charge a premium price because of brand recognition. This is based on the fact that customers believe there is a correlation between well-known brands and quality products. Brand value is especially important for companies that have commodified products. For example, coffee is a commodified product, So, for coffee shops to attract customers, they need to differentiate themselves through their brand. Starbucks is a company that has capitalized on the brand value their name holds. The company's brand is based on convenience, good customer service, and innovative drinks. By developing the brand value over the last decade, Starbucks is now the go-to place for coffee and is able to charge a premium for their drinks, which is a strong moat. Let's return to the example of a low-cost advantage. Suppose you have decided to make your fortune by running a lemonade stand. You realize that if you buy your lemons in bulk once a week instead of every morning, you can reduce your expenses by 30%, allowing you to undercut the prices of competing lemonade stands. Your low prices lead to an increase in the number of customers buying lemonade from you and not from your competitors. As a result, you can see an increase in profits. However, it probably wouldn't take very long for your competitors to notice your method and employ it themselves. Therefore, in a short period of time, your large profits would erode and the local lemonade industry would return to normal conditions again. However, suppose you develop and patent a juicing technology that allows you to get 30% more juice out of the average lemon. This would have the same effect of reducing your average costs per glass of lemonade. This time, your competitors will have no way of duplicating your methods, as your competitive advantage is protected by your patent. In this example, your economic moat is the patent that you hold on your proprietary technology. In this case, if your lemonade company was a public firm, your common stock would probably outperform that of your competition in the long run. Economic moats are generally difficult to pinpoint at the time they are being created. Their effects are much more easily observed in hindsight once a company has risen to great heights. From an investor's view, it is ideal to invest in growing companies just as they begin to reap the benefits of a wide and sustainable economic moat. In this case, the most important factor is the longevity of the moat. The longer a company can harvest profits, the greater the benefits for itself and its shareholders. That's all for this video. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel Explified.